Hello young friends, this video is being brought to you by Rao Scientific Society. So the series of videos which we are going to show you will help you to understand the fundamental scientific principles which you see around you, and it will help you to develop friendship with science. Hello friends, now what I have here is a frame. You can see here that these legs are longer than the legs on this side. So if I place it on the table, essentially this is an inclined plane which is inclining up. So therefore, if I keep objects here, so for example this cylinder, it should roll down the inclined plane, and that is what is happening. Whereas if I keep it here, it should remain there. It cannot roll up, because when I keep it here, the potential energy is higher, and that gets converted to kinetic energy. So we know that energy is conserved. So that is the conversion of potential energy to kinetic energy. Whereas if I just keep it here, its potential energy is at a minimum, and therefore it cannot roll up. So this is everyday experience, that things roll down an inclined plane but do not roll up. Now let me replace the cylinder by this object, which is a sort of a double cone. So these are two cones joined at the base. Now watch carefully what happens when I keep this double cone at this point, and then I release it, and lo and behold, it's going up the inclined plane. Now how do you explain that? Is it really going up the inclined plane? Now let's observe more carefully. For example, let's say I look at the bottom point. Okay, so if you look at the bottommost point, it's at this level obviously. Now when I release it, it goes up apparently, but then the point which I was observing, that is the bottommost point, is actually much below this level. In fact, the same is true for any particular point within this cone. In particular, we should probably concentrate on the center of gravity of this object, which is somewhere in the middle. So as it apparently rolls up, the center of gravity is actually going down. So even though apparently the object is going up, it's actually going down. The center of gravity is going down, and each particular point in the object, which is a rigid body, is actually going down. So that's the very simple explanation for this. But I leave it to you to explore further what should be the angle of this. So you see here that it's in the form of a triangle. So you have one angle here, and then you have this cone. So the cone in fact also has an angle. So more detailed calculations can relate these two angles and show when this is possible. In other words, if I incline this little bit more, then probably this would not happen for the same cone. Okay, so this is happening only because this cone is designed carefully for this particular frame. Okay, so careful analysis of what you observe help you to explain natural phenomena. At least in this case, we could explain it in very simple terms. That's it. Thank you.